There are 4 bonding events. Yes, there are. I am leaning towards using one on Elliot so far, because I would feel bad not attending his little thing. I kind of want to know what the heck Eustace is doing as well, so that's a possibility. I also really want to see what's going on here. I didn't realize this would be a bonding event, but I do want to see Elisa face off against Ferris. I challenge you once more, Elisa. This time, I can say with absolute certainty that I shall not lose. To be honest, I know how Ferris feels. The whole point of putting in all that effort is seeing how much it's helped you improve. I'm curious as to how all this will turn out, too. Okay. What are our options for bonding events? Okay, we have Elisa, Lara, Emma, Elliot, Crow, Gaius, and Eustace. Oh, and Milliam. I for sure want to do Elliot, and I for sure want to do Elisa. I'm not sold on anyone else. So many options, there really are. You're Reen from Eustace's class, right? That's right. And you're Paula from class 5, I assume. This might sound weird, but I'm currently looking into these mysteries surrounding the school. Have you heard the rumor they're calling the Hidden Graves? I have. That's the one about the dead rising from the graves on the field, right? Lambert and I found a hole on the field a while back, but the only thing to come out of that was an exam with a bad grade. Seriously? Yep, seems like someone couldn't deal with getting a score that bad, so they tried to put their test 6 reege under. They didn't even bury it, though. Just dug a hole and tossed it in. We filled it up since someone could have tripped. But with a grade like that, you could say the only grave our culprit dug was his own. Yeah, that joke was so bad, I can't even force myself to laugh. That aside, thanks for the info. That was a big help. I thought it was a good one. We found a hole a while back, but the only thing hidden about it was a failed exam crumpled up in there. We filled it up right after to prevent any accidents. Are people seriously spreading rumors about it being a grave? Why would you dig a hole, put something in it, and then just walk away? Like, you're not gonna fill in the hole? You're just gonna leave it there? Why even bother digging the hole then? Why not just lay it on the ground? Why not just litter openly? People, I want to know whose bad grade it was, though. Spill the tea, Paula. Spill the tea. Are we on number 5? The sports club's grudge is the topic of the 5th mystery. Given how hard the sports clubs train, it's not uncommon to hear screaming coming from their general direction. But some say that screams can be heard coming from something else dwelling in the gymnasium. The rumors say that those screams are a grudge of sorts, a manifestation of all the stresses sports club members face. This one seems a bit backwards to me. Working up a sweat should wash away your stress, not make a monster out of them. Only a select few would share that sentiment. Such ignorance of others' feelings might just lead you to an unfortunate end. Right. No matter. It may be wise to ask the captain of the fencing club for further details on this mystery. I think her name is Friedel. Okay. to Friedel we go. Yo. I think she's the captain of the fencing club, right? Sorry to bother you, but could I ask you a question? No bother at all, ask away. As it so happens, I'm looking into the 7 mysteries of the Academy. Have you ever heard of the sports club's grudge? Oh, sure. People have been talking about it since I was a first year. Although I don't suppose it'll gain much traction next year. Why is that? It's pretty simple, really. Those screams don't come from people, but the door that used to be here. It had been in bad condition for years, and used to make these awful screeching noises. I feel that in my soul. My bedroom door was like that until I got... What is that spray? WD-40, is that what it is? I don't know. I sprayed it with something, and now it doesn't squeak anymore. So I asked for a replacement at the beginning of the month. Now everything is nice and quiet around here. Well, that explains that. Thanks for the information. You're very welcome. We really did just interrupt her fight. I guess it doesn't matter for her. She's gonna beat him anyway. Those 7 mysteries are rather interesting. I don't know who came up with them, but they're pretty well thought out. Your leg is clipping through your skirt something fierce. I try to forget it, but I was a heck of a troublemaker when I first entered the academy. But then Friedel came along and straightened me out with a thorough beatdown. Now that I think about it, I've never won a single match against her. Alan headed off to watch a performance by the wind orchestra. Apparently some girl he knows from Sunday school's playing in it. I just realized why he's been trying so hard here lately. At least he has someone that he likes. Alright, student union. Again. We should be on number 6. Stop getting stuck. What are these hitboxes? Okay. Oh my, the 6th mystery surrounds the Crimson Devil. Have you paid much mind to the pond besides the gymnasium? Some say that it has a direct connection to Heck itself. More amazingly, they say a resident of Heck, the Crimson Devil, shows up at the pond from time to time. Is it Lake Lord's brother? Has he come to fight? Well, that certainly is something. Any word on what it looks like? Sadly, the only descriptor I've heard is that it has 2 massive claws. So it's just a lobster or a crayfish? It might be best to ask someone who fishes there often if you wish to know more about this mystery. Do you know Kenneth? He's a first year in the Imperial Fishing Club. He's a noble, though he acts as though he's not. Nevertheless, he is the club's head. Perhaps he knows something. Okay, is he in the club room or is he down fishing? That's not the club room. Okay, well, he's not in the club room. I don't think we fished in the pond today. Dude, who doesn't like lobster or crayfish? They're so good. They're so good. I could eat them right now, and I would be a happy camper. Hey. Hey, Rian. Still fishing the good fish. Like fighting the good fight. I don't think that's how the saying goes, but I guess you could say that. There's actually something I was hoping to ask you about. Does the Crimson Devil ring any bells? That's one of the Academy's 7 big mysteries, right? It's the only one I know, at least. Seriously, though, did anyone really believe that this place is connected to there? Probably not. Any idea what the Crimson Devil part's all about, though? That's probably a crayfish. You see them around here every so often. That must be it. What's a crayfish? Green. We have caught them before. Many a time. Red thing. Kind of looks like a crab. Even has 2 big claws. Just like the devil's supposed to. Is that a thing? Is the devil supposed to have claws? Like pincers? Like crab pincers? What a weird image. I wouldn't be surprised if a crayfish inspired the whole thing. Yeah, especially when you put it like that. Thanks, Kenneth. I need to fish. Maybe I'll fish up the devil. An arowana? This isn't the devil. I always forget how annoying arowana are to catch.
Now that's a catch.
Ooh, that's a lot of money. Thank you, arowana. I think we do still have a lot of, oh, another one, a lot of Sepith masses to turn in.
Now that's a catch.
Sepith mass times 50. I found a crab. This is not a crayfish.
Caught one.
Oh, it's a little salamander guy.
What even is this?
It's obviously a salamander. I'm a little weirded out that we got gelatin from it, though. Last fish. Oh, here we go. We have caught the devil. Listen, if we could catch Lucifer from
What even is this?
Sandland, I'd be so down. Lucifer is great. Hey. Oh my, and mercy me. Did you clone yourself, Phoebe? How wonderful. Now we can work twice as efficiently. Fake Vivi can tend to that flower bed over there, and real Vivi can be in charge of getting the equipment ready. Oh, she's good. My flawless plan to have my way with Edel's body had a flaw. You were trying to trick her into, what, a threesome with your twin? She seems so easygoing that you'd think she'd be easy to trick, but I guess I shouldn't have underestimated her. Not everyone is tempted by the idea of twins. Vivi dragged me along so she could play a prank on Edel, but it ended up backfiring. Now I'm stuck helping them out. Why does this always happen to me? You should just stop going along with your sister's plans. Oh my, there are 2 Vivis all of a sudden. Excellent. Now we have more people to take care of the flowers. Okay, let's go back to the student union. We have one last mystery to learn about. Yes, her plan did backfire. Who would have ever guessed that her plan wouldn't work out? The seventh and final mystery is that the poltergeist in the upper class dormitory. To be frank, I have very little information about this one. But it seems as though furniture, cutlery, and the like are often found broken in the upper class dormitory. And people are saying a poltergeist is responsible? So it seems. Considering the mess it seems to be making, I can only imagine that the dormitory's maids would know something. Maybe it's just Margarita trying to cook with some weird ingredients. Perhaps you should ask them for information. All right. Take them to the park. This is probably going to be the closest. Upper class dormitory. Okay. I can't think of a better person to ask about the upper class dorm. Excuse me, would you mind if I asked you a question? Of course not. How can I help you? So, I'm investigating the 7 mysteries of the Academy. There's one story about a poltergeist in this dorm, but would you know if there's any truth to that? I do, in fact. Some of the more experienced maids told me all about it. I've even seen it for myself. You've actually seen the poltergeist? Oh, not quite. There was a much simpler explanation behind all the havoc. As the story goes, plates are broken and utensils strewn about the kitchen, correct? But these things happen when girls try their hands at cooking for the first time. The kitchen can get very chaotic. This tends to hit its peak in May, when more of them want to practice for their cooking classes. But I think a poltergeist makes for a far more interesting culprit when people are sharing stories. Ah, that explains it. Thanks for clearing everything up. I'm glad I could be of help. And that's the 7th mystery elucidated. In the end, none of them turned out as spooky as I'd hoped. But oh well, I hope Beryl won't be too disappointed. Broken utensils and plates, though? That seems a bit much. Have I spoken to you today? Or was that last time? Lady Farius? Oh, no. We did speak to you today. Take me to the student union. This is not the student union. I am so sorry if you can hear my stomach growling. I am realizing now that I forgot to eat today, so that's fun. Let's reload and do everything again in a different order. Oh God, no. It looks like you've finished your investigation. Can you tell me what you've learned? Sure. Let me go through them one by one. Reen told Beryl the truth about each one of the 7 mysteries. I see condensation, magazines, a test. None of these are supernatural at all. I honestly didn't expect any of them to be real, but the truth is even more pathetic than I thought it'd be. I agree. Although it's kind of interesting that people were able to make such fantastical stories out of perfectly ordinary things. I suppose that's true. Still, I'd like to thank you for looking into everything for me. So here you go. It's something hexed with one of my favorite curses. Nightmare. Thanks. To tell you the truth, I'm a little surprised none of these mysteries had anything to do with the old schoolhouse. It seems like the perfect setting for a good ghost story. I wonder why it didn't come up. I mean, we already know there are strange monsters in there. What are you talking about? Of course it comes up. In the real 7 mysteries, at least. What? Could you say that again? I couldn't quite make that out. I didn't say a word. Perhaps your investigation has gotten to you. I could have sworn I heard her say something about the real 7 mysteries. Well, yesterday she was talking about finding a list that was different from the 7 mysteries that she knew. Oh well. It's probably a better idea not to get into it. Can I, though? Why did it put me out of the room? Thank you for agreeing to help me today. It was very enlightening. Part of me is curious about what she meant by the real 7 mysteries, but the rest of me would rather not know. Is that all you have to say? Okay.